Yo, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, guys? Welcome in, Arwen. Welcome in, St. Corvus. Oh, wait, that's me. Welcome in, Zach. How we doing? Did you guys like my song? I'm feeling that today. Alright. Here. Yeah. One day, someone is going to come into the stream and they're going to be like, damn, I really like the music he plays in every intro. We've had one person that came in, I can't remember who it was, but we had one person come in and they're like, oh yeah, Bad Omens, I love Bad Omens. And aside from that, no one ever comments on the music. do you guys like my music? One day we'll get a metal audience in here that are like, I really like this guy's intros. The moment he turns the mic and the camera on, I'm out of here. I come here for Bring Me the Horizon and Bad Omens and The Devil Wears Prada exclusively. I don't care about no video games. Alright, anyway. Let's play some Little Nightmares, eh? Hey. We're gonna play some Little Nightmares? We're gonna play some Little Nightmares. People that have been following me for a long time will have seen this game on the channel before. I think I've streamed this game through twice already. Yeah, I've done it twice. First time that I played through this game was when I was a very, very, very new creator, and I don't think I was even affiliated yet on Twitch. I had an average of like 2 viewers. I was like a very, very, very small new creator. I've been on the platform for like a month or two. I did a playthrough then. And so when I was a bit bigger, about a year and a half later, and I was averaging like, 20-ish viewers, I decided to do a playthrough of Little Nightmares 1 and 2 for my audience to enjoy. And it has been many years since then. It has been about another just over 3 years since then. And we got different people, and I really want to play through the series because I want to play, it won't be a first playthrough, but I want to play and review Little Nightmares 3 before Reanimal comes out. Because Reanimal will be coming out in about about 3 weeks. Reanimal comes out in about 3 weeks, and it's by the developers of this game. The developers of this game, Tarzio Studios, they made Little Nightmares 1, they made Little Nightmares 2, and then they no longer worked on the IP because they don't, who they are owned by doesn't own it. Like ownership, legal, game series stuff. So they made their own game that's basically a Little Nightmares spiritual successor called Reanimal, and it comes out next month. And Little Nightmares 3 was instead made by a studio at Bandai Namco. Good morning, you woke up to a nightmare. Good morning, Amon. Is the nightmare that I'm playing Little Nightmares again? Is that the nightmare? Are we trying to avoid this? Is this the bad ending? Is this the bad timeline? Anyway, so welcome in, guys. If you've never seen Little Nightmares before, I encourage you to watch, soak up the ambience, and enjoy the playthrough. If you have seen me play this before, feel free to watch any other stream on the platform, because you're not going to be getting anything unique this time. It's a very linear game, and I'm going to be providing less commentary this time than any other playthrough that I've done of this on the platform before. Because I am not really going to be commentating, oh, jump! Oh my god! I'm not going to be doing that. We're just going to play the game. I'm just going to play the game. You know, like when I was playing Lego Batman, and for a lot of levels, I was just like sitting here playing. I'm doing that. I'm soaking in the atmosphere. This is a very, very, very atmospheric game and series. And if you do things to take away from that atmosphere, you are actually taking away from the game instead of giving to the experience. So I want you guys to enjoy it. I want you to soak up the atmosphere, and I want to enjoy the atmosphere as well. If you need me to turn the volume up for the game, please let me know. I can do that. It's not a problem. And enjoy. I'll still talk to chat. If you guys still chat, I'll still talk to you guys, but I'm not going to be doing like the gamer commentary. It was normal dream at the beginning, but it was derailed rather quickly. What did it derail into? Were the furries at it again? Alright guys, new game! I'm going to pick the top one. Let me get readjusted to the controls. Alright, we're good. So yeah, if you guys want me to turn the volume up, just let me know. You know what, I think I might actually just do it by default anyway. Let me pause. That should be a little better. I want the game to have a decent amount of volume. One thing that I've been learning about myself throughout all of my bouts of disappearing from streaming, coming back to streaming, disappearing from streaming again, coming back to streaming, and all the reasons as to why I've stopped doing it and why I've come back and everything like that, I've been understanding a little bit about myself and how I like to experience a game and what is important to me. And one of the things that I've come to realize, chat and YouTube, is that something that is very, 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 very important to me, both on an artistic level and on an enjoyment level, is atmosphere. I've always very much gravitated toward games that have a very good atmosphere, and a little bit on the spooky side, but not always the spooky side. You'll find that some games that I really talk highly about, in particular, are usually games that are known for their atmosphere, among other things, such as Bloodborne, Luigi's Mansion, like the first one, Max Payne 1 and 2, These Little Nightmares games. I find that atmosphere is incredibly important to my understanding of the game and my appreciation of the game. And a lot of the times that I have not enjoyed streaming through a game is because I didn't get to soak in the atmosphere because I was always too busy being a streamer. I think that is ultimately what one of the largest downfalls was in my Final Fantasy XIV series playthrough. When I played the MSQ of Final Fantasy XIV, I think that I was so focused on being a streamer and trying to be entertaining and have commentary and everything, which is good. That's what streamers do, right? But I was so focused on that that I didn't worry about my experience. I didn't think on my experience, and I didn't try to make it my experience. And I think maybe that's why I wasn't enjoying it very much, because I needed to have my own experience. But my experience was being goofy to make people laugh or discuss, and being controversial. And so one of the big things that I am really doing in 2026 is I am letting myself not smile. Because if I don't smile, then I'm not going to try to do that. When I don't smile, I'm a lot more serious. And when I play a game on stream fairly serious, I tend to take it in a lot more. And I need to do that. I actively need to do that. Number one, because it's more me. Number two, is because this streaming is not my main motive. It's not my main content. My main content is my game reviews on YouTube. And for me to be able to play a game on stream and then review it, I need to have paid attention to it. I need to have analyzed it while playing. And I need to have really experienced it. And for that, I need to take the playthroughs more serious. Something like Lego Batman was actually totally fine. I didn't need to take Lego Batman particularly seriously. It wasn't a particularly serious game. And you can totally absorb all those mechanics and understand how the game works without paying a massive amount of attention to it. But something like this game, that is so atmosphere heavy, and Little Nightmares 2, and Little Nightmares 3, you really do need to give it the respect that it deserves. Especially if you want to critique it. You cannot play through this game, goof off the entire time, not pay attention to what's going on, and then critique it. You can't. You can't go to a movie theater, talk through the entire movie, and then give a verdict on it. You know what I mean? Little guys here with the hats, they're called gnomes, by the way. They're our friends. Look. The character that we're playing as, her name is Six. We don't know much about Six. Little girl in trench coat. Trench coat? Raincoat. That's about it. Got no shoes though. That is so me right now. I haven't eaten since I got home from work. What's going on, Kona? Welcome on in, dude. How's your day going? Don't worry. Oh, what are you having for dinner? I only just mentioned a minute ago that I haven't actually eaten since I got home from work. What are you eating? Gonna figure it out as you're roaming around. Impulse buy. Love to hear it. Welcome in, man. Enjoy your lurkage and your food. We are doing an atmospheric playthrough of Little Nightmares. That was a very unfortunate jump before. You work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Oof. Not jealous. Not jealous. Oh yeah, you guys wouldn't have a public holiday tomorrow. We have a public holiday tomorrow. So I mean, I would normally have a Monday off anyway, but I'm not going to work tomorrow. Lucky me. Good night, Zach. Thanks for coming in, dude. The analog stick on my 360 controller might be a bit funny. It was doing some phantom movements before when I was like standing still or something. I have a feeling the controller's a bit fucked. Whoops. Oh my god, Grat's on first. Congratulations. Boom would be so mad if he was still awake. How you doing? Welcome in. How's your night / morning? Is it not 3:30 in the morning? What are you doing awake? Why are you here? Coming in to claim that to piss off Moon? God, whoever this Moon guy is, I can't wait to meet him. Mr. Boxing! Then you're going to bed? Understandable. Wait. It's Sunday morning for you, yeah? Like, you're turning into the day that I'm already in, I think. got off a call with friends and you're tired. It's been a good goddamn call. That's a late one. I can't remember the last time I stayed up that late for other people. I stayed up late on New Year's. I stayed up till like 3:30 in the morning. But that was New Year's, and I didn't get home until 1:30. That and the storm you've been thrown into. I heard something on Twitter about a storm. What's the deal with the storm? What storm is happening? The only thing that I've heard about a storm is some Twitter posted that people were staying inside all weekend. We had extreme heat yesterday. Yesterday was a 40-something degree day. Like a 42 degree day. So we had like fires and stuff happen overnight. As it is with a 35 plus degree day in Australia, there's always a fire somewhere, like literally every time. I'm not saying that as a joke, like it's every single time. Any day it's above 35 degrees, there is actually a fire somewhere. It's a big blizzard, basically. We're gonna get like 18 to 24 inches of snow and trees explode. It's like 1 degree Fahrenheit outside. What is that in Celsius? Does anyone have the conversion for normal people temperature ratings? Let's go, Celsius! How anyone can not use the metric system is beyond me. I love the metric system. Minus 17 Celsius. Ooh. That's colder than I've ever been. I've never been that cold. The coldest that I've ever been in IRL in Australia is about -3. I think -3 is the coldest I've ever been. I've never been out of Australia, so I can't comment on temperatures outside of Australia. That's cold. Negative 17? Negative 17 is gnarly. Hope your houses are insulated. If they get drafty, you just throw a couple extra blankets on the bed. It's not too bad. Then again, you're used to it. Damn. My bed with the one blanket going on. A doona cover. I don't know if you guys call it a doona. I think you guys call it a quilt. And not a doona. I don't know where the term doona comes from. We call it a doona. So I've got one doona on my bed, and that's it. No other blankets. You sleep in like 8 to 9 in the winter. Oh my lord. I have never slept with that many blankets in my life. The most that we ever have here on a bed in winter is like 3. Like a sheet, a warm like woolen blanket. I guess we call it a minky. And the doona. Damn, 8 or 9 must be so heavy. It must be heavy on your body. Huh? You gonna go to bed now? It's almost 4. Good night. Good night, Rat. Thanks for popping in. Good to see ya. meant to do. What? He could not hear me over that TV. Scasso, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome, man. You got me eating, Scassel. How you doing, man? good. Today was the last day of the sumo tourney. What? Castle, correct me if I'm mistaken here, but aren't you like a regular weight white guy? What do you mean sumo tourney? Sumo tourney. Every 2 months, the top dogs in sumo have a 15-day tournament. Do you watch this online? How did I not know you were a sumo enjoyer? That's so based. What? Scassel watches sumo? Insane lore. You have a friend who streams it on Twitch? That is so cool. What? Put their name in the Twitch chat. I want to know. I want to see that shit. Did your guy win? Are you happy with who won the tournament? Is that person an IRL friend or a Twitch friend? It's a Ukrainian guy that won? He wasn't Japanese? What? Friend? Cool. Cool, man. Let me do this. That sounds interesting. That actually legitimately sounds interesting. I didn't know you were a sumo. Oh, Jesus Lord, the Twitch website. Cool. I've thrown him a follow. I want to see when that happens. I'd watch some sumo. Scassel, have you ever seen me play Little Nightmares before? Mid-March? Yeah, you got it, you got it. This is the first time you're seeing Little Nightmares ever? That's crazy. This is an OG series for me. My second ever YouTube video back in 2021 was a review of this game. And I mentioned it earlier, but this is actually my third time streaming this game on the channel. But this time we are doing a much more chill, much more atmosphere-focused playthrough. Letting you guys just take in the full game. I love this series. I actually I mean, I did love this series until it was no longer made by the original devs. And then they made a new game and it was bad. I love the first two games in this series and the dev studio that made them. They got a new game coming out in February called Reanimal. Very excited for it. Oh. cool. Alright. Little Nightmares 1 is an interesting game. It's very unique. It's not really like much that you've seen before at all. But I will be honest that the series peaked with 2. Little Nightmares 2 is a legitimately fantastic game. When I reviewed it on my YouTube channel very early on, I believe that I gave it a 9.5. I don't even think I gave it a 9. I think I gave it a 9.5. That's how impressed I was. Little Nightmares 2 is like a masterclass in its game design. So good. Little Nightmares 1, very good game. Don't get me wrong. Little Nightmares 1, fantastic game. Little Nightmares 2, exceptional. Exceptional. Getting a snack? What snack are you getting? I want a snack. I don't really have any snacks here. I need to spend more money on snacks, because I don't do anything like that. Chicken fingers? Nice. Still can't reach it. I think I'm gonna have something similar for dinner. Not chicken fingers, but I'm gonna have, Whoa! What's with the animation there? I think I'm gonna have some like chicken, some crumbed chicken breast fillet pieces. With like it's like an air fryer meal, and they've got like a nice seasoning on the crumbed coating, and they give you a sauce to put on it as well. There's 2 different flavors. There's a teriyaki, and there is a hot honey. They're both really, really nice. I'm either going to do that, or I'm just going to splurge on myself and buy myself a halal snack pack. Depending on how hungry I am by the end of the game, I might end up ordering the HSP. I don't want to spend the money. I want to save the money, but HSPs do go really, really good. Especially when it's late, and you've been doing something all day, and you've worked, and you've streamed, and you just want to give yourself a little treat. Question for the chat room. Absolutely anyone in chat. What is a game, like an individual game, or a series, that you would really like to see me play or go back to, or something like that? Oh. Oh, there's no way they lost me. They actually lost me? Wow. You always enjoy a Mass Effect playthrough? Oh, you missed it then. You missed it, dude. Oh. When was it? I think it was like March, April, May 2022. March, April, May 2022, I did the full Mass Effect trilogy. But I'm not opposed to redoing them. I did a full, what I did was, I didn't go Paragon or Renegade. What I did was, I did a playthrough of what I would do. It was like full, what are my decisions in this moment as opposed to the character that I'm playing. I chose not to roleplay any kind of Shepard and I just self-inserted instead. And that was how I did that playthrough. But there's always room for a dedicated Paragon or Renegade playthrough. I've actually never done a Renegade playthrough. But I also feel like a Renegade playthrough isn't the kind of playthrough that you would be able to review that game off of. Have I ever played Kingdom Come Deliverance? No, I actually have not. I don't even own it. I got my stepdad into that game. Because I knew that he would really like it, but I've never played it myself. Oh, because you really, really, really loved Kingdom Come 2, didn't you? I remember last year, that was like your game of the year. Did it end up staying your game of the year by the end of the year? Or did your game of the year change as time went on? Oh, right. I forgot. That was your game of the year? Were there any close competitors, or was there not much competition in comparison to Kingdom Come 2? Dispatch, but it was way too short. If that game had at least 30 to 40 hours worth of content, it would have been on the same level. I get what you mean, but I feel like if Dispatch had that many hours of content, it would have lost its, it would have, ran its course long by then. What I'm trying to say is that a game like that doesn't have staying appeal. Obviously, you'd have to add in a lot more facets of gameplay to extend out the time. You can't just have that sort of narrative go for that many hours. But, that style of comedy and that level of writing, I feel like you gotta keep it short, because otherwise it gets tiring, I think. It's like the Borderlands games. The Borderlands games are long, and they've got that wacky humor, but by a couple of hours in, you're tuning it out, you know? I do wish that Dispatch had a bit more gameplay to it, though. I actually played and reviewed Dispatch on YouTube when it came out, when Season 1 finished. And one of my biggest critiques was that the gameplay itself, aside from the story and the story choices, the gameplay itself wasn't very good. And there wasn't enough different methods of gameplay. You got the hacking, you got the mission thing, and dialogue choices, and they were the only methods of gameplay that you got. There was nothing else. You want deeper romances? What do you think of games that have some decent romances? I think the only thing I can think of is like BioWare games, like Mass Effect and Dragon Age. And when I say Dragon Age, the only Dragon Age game that exists is Origins. I don't know what people are talking about when they say Inquisition. Never heard of it. And what was that? There was something about a Dread Wolf. I don't know. That game never came out. Dragon Age Origins is such a great standalone game. It's a shame that the devs never made any sequels to it. Oh. I'm trying to think of what other games actually have romances. Is romance really something that is like a key factor for you in a game? It's fine if it is. Like, I'm not ashamed. I didn't realize you were such an enjoyer. No, you're a purveyor of the romance genre there, Scaz. Yeah? Really? I would never have guessed. Oh, you know what game series does have really good romance? Halo. Halo has great romance. Fantastic romance. Reckon Fable's gonna hit hard. Did you watch that recent developer showcase, did you? I didn't bother. Should I watch that Xbox developer showcase that came out recently? Is it actually worth watching? Ow! I didn't watch it at all. But that being said, the reason that I've never owned an Xbox is because there's never been an Xbox game that's appealed to me. I do like some Halo games. Other than that, Xbox don't actually have a single thing that interests me. So it makes sense that even though they've acquired a million studios, and I used to play games from those studios, I still don't really care about their output. It's funny, I used to be really interested in Obsidian, and then once Xbox got them, none of their games interested me anymore. And Ninja Theory used to make okay stuff, but I think, yeah, they're the guys that make Hellblade, aren't they? Don't Ninja Theory make Hellblade? I've still never played those. I really should. Schizo action game is kind of right up my alley. I just think that Ninja Theory are a bit cringe. To the edge. The only exclusive game you really liked was a PS game, The Order 1886. Oh, fun fact about that game. I didn't realize, but the developers of that game were actually the same people that developed the God of War game that we last played, God of War Chains of Olympus. Same developers. I'm pretty sure. I was doing a bit of Googling on the dev studio, and I'm pretty sure that The Order 1886 was the last non-VR game that they made. Yeah, what a weird one. Wouldn't have expected that to be the same dev studio. Their first ever game that they made was Daxter, the PSP title. The Order is really your favorite exclusive though? Not like Bloodborne? Not like a Nintendo game? It's The Order? No? Damn. Not even Crash Bandicoot. Not even Spyro. Not even Spider-Man PS4. Oh, I guess it's technically on PC now. The lore in that game was really cool. Do you mean in the order? Yeah? What was bad about the game? Because the game got like 6 out of 10s everywhere when it came out. What did people not like? I don't remember, it was too long ago. Ah! Oh, it's AI and gunplay sucked? Do you like it for its lore then? Kinda want to get the statue that's down there. It also ended with the assumption they were going to make a second, so big cliffhanger at the end with no payoff. Oh, I love that. Really love that. That's good. That's very good. There are some games where you get that, and that's just like the biggest pain that you will feel in your life. I don't think I've ever found this room before. There's another game that's never going to get a sequel and I'm sad about. And it's not just Bloodborne, because that's the easy answer. It's Days Gone. Days Gone was actually pretty decent. I would have liked a sequel. I like Days Gone. Okay, I made a joke that was me at the start of the game, but like actually I'm feeling it. I'm hungry. It was about werewolves and vampires and hunting them down. You played as a knight from the King Arthur Round Table. Yeah, wasn't it like a... They got like Nikola Tesla weapons and stuff? I remember it being all about the electricity. It's all electricity weapons. Yeah? But you said the gunplay sucked. Wasn't it really short as well? I remember people saying it was only like 5 to 6 hours long. That I do remember. Extremely short. If the gunplay is terrible and it's so short, what made you fall in love? Like, they couldn't have given you that much lore in that time. No one's coming. G'day there, Striker. How you doing, mate? What brings me back to Little Nightmares? A game that is coming out in February, my good friend. You are probably you probably know because you keep up to date on things. Edge, welcome into the stream, dude. Happy to have you here. You probably know that there is a game coming out in February. It comes out on February 13th/14th called Reanimal. Yeah, it comes out in 3 weeks. And Reanimal, as we all know, is made by the developers that made Little Nightmares 1 and 2, which were both fantastic games. But last year, Little Nightmares 3 came out, and it was not made by those guys. It was made by some dev studio at Bandai Namco. And it was hot garbage. It was terrible. And I did not review Little Nightmares 3 because I didn't want to make a negative game review. and so I just moved on to playing Pokemon. But with Reanimal coming out so soon, I feel like I can't really play through and review Reanimal without posting something about Little Nightmares 3 to give it context for how good Reanimal is going to be. So we're revisiting Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and then we're going to stream 3. and that is Little Nightmares 1. But that is not all of Little Nightmares 1. Because this game actually has a whole DLC expansion pass with 3 individual DLCs. But that is Little Nightmares 1. We got that beaten in an hour 45. So, grats to you guys. Grats to you guys. Very, very, very quick, tidy playthrough. I was gonna do the DLC tomorrow instead of today because I didn't want to do like a 6-hour stream, but let's do it today. Sounds like a speedrun were to me. Let's look up what the were is. Hang on, I'll look it up on my phone. Oh no, speedrun.com goes really bad on the mobile. Hang on, let me go. Speedrun.com. Oh, and absolutely, Edge, you are absolutely right that Little Nightmares 3 was a bit of a scam price-wise. Very, 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 very bad price. Okay. The current world record is held by a Chinese man called Cloud7777, and he has an RTA of 33 minutes, 8 seconds, and 180 milliseconds. That's insane. 33 minutes? 33 minutes. How many Australians are in the top 100? Is this our game? That guy's a Kiwi. There's not a single Australian. Not one Australian in the top 100. That feels bad. Who here has played Little Nightmares? Scassel was saying that he's never even seen it before. Scassel, what do you think of the ending, dude? And Edge, have you played the full series yet? Alright, let's see if we can skip the credits. I want to get to the DLC before next year, because I haven't had any dinner. The DLC chapters are about an hour long each, but let's see if we can beat those estimates, eh? We pretty much halved the estimated time for the base game. Do I have any snacks that I can have, actually? Not really. I have, like, a cornetto. A cornetto's not going to tide me over. I have a Maxi Bon. I'm not going to eat my Maxi Bon though. Unfortunately not. It's one of those games that you think you saw too much of to play it yourself at this point. You did play the Reanimal demo though. That I have not checked out. I've seen the trailers for Reanimal because obviously I've been following these guys, Tarsier Studios. I've been following them since this game came out. I got this on PS4 back in, I want to say 2016 was when I got this. I want to say it was 2016. It was either 2016 or no, it wasn't 2018 because I was keeping up with new releases all the time by then. I feel like it had to be 2016. I got this game. And so I've been following Tarsier ever since then. So I've like, the day that Reanimal was announced, I was so excited. And so I haven't checked out anything since. I avoid trailers. I did not play the demo. I've not seen anything about the demo. Just waiting for a release. Yeah! Reanimal! I feel like my playthrough, the direction that I took this playthrough, was definitely the right way to do it. I know we're not finished playing through the series yet. But the whole just let that atmosphere breathe. Just let the game do its thing. And let the atmosphere do its thing. Definitely the right call. It is the superior experience. Every other time that I've tried to stream this game, I've been doing the wacky gamer commentary. Not for this one, man. There are some games where that's applicable, like a Nintendo game. If you're gonna play Donkey Kong Bonanza, there's no point sitting there in silence. But if you're gonna play this game, just let the atmosphere do its thing. Let the game do what it does best. Ain't nobody got anything interesting to say while they play this game. Let the atmosphere do its thing. It's a creepy game. Let it be creepy. Oh, god damn! If I do the DLC tonight, I'll be live until midnight without dinner. How about that? Oh, by the way, thanks, man, for watching all my YouTube videos. I know I haven't replied to the comment yet, I'm sorry. I really appreciate it, though. Means a lot. I'm very proud of my videos. I don't put a lot of effort into them because I don't do editing as a stylistic choice. But I'm very proud of my videos. My reviews. I was really happy with the God of War one. I felt like the review came out really well. Always a pleasant surprise to see a new one in your feed. There'll be one coming out in a couple of days. Yesterday we finished Lego Batman. The upload rate is actually increasing massively. We got Lego Batman coming out in a few days, and then we've got God of War: Ghost of Sparta, which is only going to take us 2 streams to get through, and then we've got Little Nightmares 3, which is like a 2-stream game. So they're coming. They're coming. The good thing is that by the time Reanimal comes out, I will have also finished God of War 3. Oh, secret ending time! Now the dilemma. Do we do the DLC or do we do it tomorrow? I don't think I gain anything by upping my timeline. Maybe I should focus on eating and actually enjoying my life. Original Lego Batman? The original Lego Batman. You're sad you missed out? Hey, the VODs are out there. The VODs are on the second channel. Hey! No, I'm kidding. Ain't nobody gonna watch them VODs. Probably your favorite Lego game of the ones you played? It was fun. Have you mainly played the older ones, or have you played some newer ones as well? Lego Batman's fun. I've actually been doing, after the stream yesterday, I did a little bit of, like, going back to previous levels, and... because they give you, like, a slew of characters, right? You pick 2 to take in to a level in free play after you finish the story, and whatever 2 characters you pick, they give you a bunch of extra characters automatically that you can cycle through that lets you do every single obstacle in a level. They give you at least one character for everything that level will possibly need, like one for each power. And so I spent a bit of time after stream yesterday going into free play, and I went through levels 1 and 2, and I collected a bunch of stuff that I couldn't get the first time around, and it was really cool. I feel like I'm actually enjoying the game more in free play doing that than I did in story mode. But that's also because I'm not live and I can just look up the guide. Last Lego game you played was either POTC, Pirates of the Caribbean, or Harry Potter, whichever came out later. If it was like years 5 to 7, I feel like that would have been after Pirates. Damn, nothing recent then, huh? According to my chat, the best one out of all the LEGO games is LEGO Batman 2. Everyone says that LEGO Batman 2 is like amazing. It's like incredible. LEGO Batman 2 is the one. Right? And we are going to play through the rest of the LEGO Batman games. We are, but not in the immediate future. They're kind of like a playthrough of like a filler playthrough. Whenever I need to not immediately move on to the next game of the series and I don't have something I'm actively doing, it's just like, oh, slot a LEGO Batman game in there. Alright, I might actually not do the DLC today. Nah, I'm not going to do it today. If the DLC was only like 2 hours, I would, but the fact that it's 3 hours of DLC, I'm hungry. I worked today. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who tuned in today. If it was your first time checking out Little Nightmares, I hope that you thought it was pretty cool, because it is pretty cool. Like I've said several times, the devs have a new game coming out next month called Reanimal, which I am going to include in my February OTR video on the radar, because I actually have one of those coming out in the next few days. The end of the month is in 6 days, which means we're going to have a new OTR video coming out. So if you want to know what cool games are coming out in February that you might want to pay attention to, subscribe to the YouTube. We have a monthly series where I talk about all the games that have caught my interest that are coming out in the next month, and I also post game reviews of all the games that I play. I do have a review of this game out on the YouTube channel. However, it is my second video that I ever made all the way back in 2021. It is old and it is probably bad, and I'm not remaking it. So don't watch that, I guess. But we're going to do the DLC tomorrow for this game. And then the day after that, we are going to do an all-in-one stream of Little Nightmares 2. That's like a 5 to 6 hour game. I'm going to do the whole thing in one go. Little Nightmares 2, we're going to do in one stream. And then, after that, we're doing God of War Ghost of Sparta. So I'm excited, guys. I am excited. We've got some cool games coming up. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Scassel, Edge, Kona, Rat, Amon, Zach, Arwen. Anyone else that was lurking. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Bye.